Hello friends, this is Coldrun, back with Dragon Age, Skyhold, and we are here in this new castle, what I assume is new home. I assume this is the new haven. Um, yeah, they got this, already just the colors in this place are gorgeous. This blue like violet light here streaming through amidst all the reds and greens and golds. Yeah, so I'm pumped. What's that? The Undercroft. Okay, so there's so much to explore. And so the first thing I'm going to do is not explore any of it, because I've had a bunch of codices I've wanted to check out for a while. So let's see what we got. Um, let's see what's first here. Coal, I think? No, we've seen coal. Have we? Gosh, maybe it wasn't. Maybe we haven't seen coal. Again, I'm. No, Corypheus. Corypheus, I think, is the one we haven't seen. Coal, we've seen. Coal. I don't know what to think of this guy. I mean, I just met him, so of course I don't know what to think of him. But this whole thing makes it look like he's some horror monster, like a nightmare creeping out of a dream. Even though he saved our butts a little bit, at least. You couldn't see him. Nobody can. Those who do forget him. Remember the dream. That's terrifying. That's Freddy Krueger shit. That's almost like, right now, this guy scares me almost more than Corypheus. Is there someone... Are there, people clawing out of him? It looks like I'm almost seeing, a face in the middle of Corypheus's torso. Like eyes or some kind of demon, ripping out of him. And there's how many pairs of hands? There's hands coming out of his rib cage. There's and one is holding a glass of wine, so it's saying they're working kind of with him. Okay, let me tell you what I know about Corypheus. Let me tell you what I know about the Seven, those Tevinter magisters who said to have entered the Golden City long ago. Each was a high priest to one of the old gods. Each came to the ritual shrouded in secrecy, hiding their true name even from each other. They were competitors, you see. The old gods told them they would break into the Golden City and usurp the Maker's throne, but only one of them could sit on that throne. Each assumed a title related to their role in casting the ritual. Some texts claim they had a leader, the high priest of Dumat, called Corypheus, so he's the leader. He did not rule this group, but instead conducted it, coordinating their efforts to achieve a magical feat never since replicated. So he's not their leader, but he's the first among peers sort of thing. They breached the Fade, walked physically in dreams, and changed our world forever. Perhaps these seven were the first Darkspawn, cursed by the Maker as the Chant of Light tells us. Perhaps not. One would think these magisters are long dead, but there are whispers that this is not so. Think, if you will, what might become of the minds of such beings, corrupted by the blight, cast down from prideful folly, simmering in resentment and darkness for over 1,000 years. Where would such men live? Who would know of them? Who knows of them? For someone must, if whispers persist. What secrets do they yet hold, and what would we do? Should any one of them return to the light? With luck, these are questions we will never have to answer. Lol. From Questioning the Chant by Magister Vibius Agori. And that's really interesting that it's the person who wrote that is a magister. I expected it to be someone as part of the... God, I was about to say the Order. No, Boonavels is not. This is the wrong game. Someone who's part of the Chantry. Creatures. Behemoth. This is one of the big dudes. Yeah, Big Red Templar. We could have held off a battering ram, but the Behemoth, it took the gate off at the hinges, then it screamed. Not a roar or a growl, a scream, all rage and pain. I drew my blade. All I could think was, there's a Templar in there. Somewhere in that thing was a brother or sister of the Order. Every fiber of my soul was crying out to them, but whoever it might have been, whoever son or daughter, they were lost to us, swallowed by corruption and lies. I helped the only way I could, the only way any of us can. We must end their suffering, and Maker willing, we must try to remember them as they were. Yeah, so once they're in this mode, there's no going back. And I like that it's still wearing the helm. From the reports of Knight Captain Vedir, tactical considerations for the Inquisition. Darkspawn. Yeah, there's still more here. I think there was another Red Templar type dude. Prowler, where are you? Red Templar Knight, here we are. And Red Templar Guardsman. So the Red Templar Guardsman has like a snake coming out of him. He's got 3 scars. He's got that... The right arm almost looks like a blight kind of thing. I don't know. Jurs, when I saw Templars marching up the road, my heart was glad. I asked if they'd come to stop the rebel mages who burned down the farms, but one growled it was none of our business. That was when I noticed his eyes were red. Not like he'd had a long night at the inns, but really, truly red. Verney announced these were the band's lands, like Ban Tegan maybe, and it was his business who was in them. The Templar bastard cut him down without a word. A dozen of us against 3 of them, and we never even got a strike past their shields. They're stronger than any man I've known. The Templars swung full tower shields of metal like they weighed nothing. We had to run, tell the band to seal the castle gates against any visiting Templars. Letter from a guardsman employed by Ban Harkwald. So, the Red Lyrium definitely puts them in, like, rage mode. Like, this person, it's not like they were fighting their enemies in this anecdote and were just really good at it. They were just doing unnecessary shit. Red Templar Knight. I keep seeing this cup motif of like cups up or cups down. I feel like if like someone who's familiar with medieval iconography might know what goblets mean. Like that, you know how there's that thing where like if you see military statues of like someone on a horse, there's this whole code of what it means. Like if there's a soldier and the horse's left foot is up, it means they like died like retired, or if the horse is like rearing up and both feet are off the ground, it means the soldier who's being commemorated died in battle. Like there's this whole those are not true, but like I don't remember what the actual code means, but whole iconography code, and I'm sure that there's something with the cups too and the stars. At first I was only suspicious. Some of my brothers and sisters were acting strangely, spending time in the company of those who only days earlier we hadn't even given a passing glance. I would enter a room, and they would all be sitting together, talking in hushed whispers, and then they would stop altogether. I felt my intrusion keenly and withdrew, wondering how it was that I was not included in this group. So this is like from a Templar who is not a Red Templar, who's seeing his buddies get taken in. Was there dissension in the Templar ranks? Were they speaking of rebellion against the Seekers of Truth? I could not fathom it, so I kept my peace. Then I saw the lyrium vials Sir Randall kept in his gear. It was accidental, as he had wrapped them in dark cloth and immediately covered them when I entered his quarters, but I did. They were red, not blue. Again I held my tongue. I'm going to guess he's going to regret holding his tongue. Yep, now I wish I had not. One sentence later. More and more of my fellow Templars stopped talking when I walk into rooms. There's little talk of continuing our hunt for the rebel mages. There's little talk of anything at all. I see the red vials they wear openly around their necks. No longer hidden. They are stronger than the rest of us, and it suddenly seems as if proper blue lyrium has become rare. Shortages, they tell me. I saw Sir Randall this morning and his eyes were red. For the first time, I am wondering if I should abandon my post and flee the Order for good. You should, and you probably didn't. From the Journal of Sir Caitlin of the Order of Templars, 941 Dragon. Whew. This is some... The Red Templars are an intense group. Is this Skyhold? Oh no, in your heart shall burn. Okay. Interesting. Then the Maker said, to you... What is it? Yeah, history. Then the Maker said, to you, my second born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the fade I crafted you, and to the fade you shall return, each night in dreams that you may always remember me. Then the Maker said to you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame. The fade you shall return each night in dreams that you may always remember me. So this is talking about, in your heart shall burn, this is talking about the desire to reunite with God, with the Maker. In passages 1 through 6, his first children wanted for nothing. Freed from need, they could only praise, but it was hollow without cost. We, and all the physical, were created immutable, that our works would require struggle. A wonder created of wood and stone that proves more intent than any wish of the fade. Here, in the gentlest verses of the chant, we see how great his gift and how stern his punishment. To inspire, he gave us dreams, such that we would strive to make this limited world reflect his glory. Some look upon that nightly memory and feel only desire, as though owed his splendor. We, the second children, I'm trying to remember what the first children were. The first were like angels or something. I don't remember. If you remember, let me know. We, the second children, were meant to master the wants and wanes of emotion and childish pursuits, to honor at a distance and move ever forward. We failed in this, and the weakest of us did act as petulant infants, clawing back into his sight, because we could not master our desire, because we acted on pitiful instinct, because we dared look upon our Maker to fulfill our need and not his. He is lost to us. But he is merciful, while stern, and we remember that what we have lost. His second children can learn, grow, and change. If we cannot, then we are no better and no worse than his first children. From the word and challenge of the chant by revered Mother Havara. So, I wonder if Corypheus himself is being referred to in this, being referenced in this. Like he was, they say, in your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, blah, blah, blah. To the fade you shall return, each night in dreams that you may always remember me. This is, talk about wanting to reunite with the Maker, to reunite with the gods. Like Corypheus, that describes Corypheus. He literally went in the fade to see God, or to see whatever was there, and apparently found it empty. I wonder if that's referring to him. Or it might be referring to something more general in that last quest. I don't know. Places. This better be Skyhold. This better flippin' be Skyhold. On Skyhold, is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay. A page from an Enchanter's Journal, scorched to near illegibility. The style is an old Ferelden dialect circa mid to late Divine Age. Experiments in ambient lingerings, first staging. The question isn't, is it special? Oh, wait, experiments in ambient lingerings, first staging? I have no idea what that means. Experiment in ambient lingering. First staging could mean like first attempts, but experiments in ambient lingerings? The question isn't, is it special? The question is, why is that motorcycle outside of my window going super loud at night? The question is, how special? We found relics, but there are always relics. Elves ranged far before their empire was crushed, but rarely did they return where they did not build. This place they visited again and again. I see it in the fragments, clays from different nations, not just craftsmen, styles from different centuries, not just clans. And yet no record of a ruin. The structures here are all Ferelden, with stone ferried up by a typical madman, whatever was here. No, typical madman. Whatever was here, whatever natural spire. It was flattened for a floor, but I know the common shapes, and I will erect them as was custom. And we shall see what the elves wish to see. The note below is in a different, uneducated hand. I finished this note for Master Gano, I did. No, I'm not going to do that. His workings brought much lightning. The rods are pools of metal now, and all his workings burned. Master was also struck. I write for him his last words because his fingers are ash and he did not love the night. The veil is old here. Okay. This mage's last thing. Whatever was here, whatever natural spire was flattened for floor, but I knew the common shapes. I will erect them, the common shapes, as was custom. And we shall see what the elves wish to see. So, I don't know what quite to make of that, but I take from that Skyhold is something almost mystical, that it's been like a haven for different groups of people over the course of years. That like even the elves came back to here when the elves wouldn't normally return to a single place. That's what I take away from it, very loosely at least. So let's see what we can see here. There's me in my pajamas. Or casual clothes, I guess. Yeah, there's this. What kind of throne is this? If it's a throne, I mean, I imagine that if you're sitting on it, it would almost look like the sun is behind you, like the rays of the sun are emerging from you with the color, that red-orange color. But it's also a little bit like Game of Thrones. I mean, it's like a throne made of swords. Yeah, is that literal swords behind it? Yeah, yep. It's literal. It's the sword throne. So what's this? Fast travel. Guess we have that point unlocked. That's good. Do we look at the Undercroft first? I don't know. Let's open some doors. Why not? This place is super cool. Oh, hi Josephine.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the highest stakes, and to the death.
The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Dangerously unstable, save the Empress, just get me to court.
Exactly what do you mean? How is it more dangerous than usual?
The Empress is in the middle of a civil war. Her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, seeks to take her throne by force. Leliana reports that a group of elves has been sabotaging both armies, drawing out the hostilities. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Tedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus.
So we kind of need them.
Is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
Another thing to wear, that's where we need to be, warn the Empress.
A grand masquerade? I need to go shopping.
I'll arrange for an invitation at your discretion, Inquisitor.
Codex unlocked the Orlesian Civil War. So this is new. Yeah, this is... I'm pretty sure this is new, at least. Am I missing it? I'm looking for the star. There it is. The Orlesian Civil War. When Grand Duke Gaspard attacked Empress Celine of Orlais in an attempt to claim the throne, we assumed business across the country would suffer greatly. To counter propaganda suggesting she was overly tolerant of the elves, so Celine is like a relatively pro-elf empress, Celine was drawn to crush an elven uprising in Halamsharal, and Gaspard's attack then destroyed her forces and cut her off from Valrayo. She escaped back to the... This is all new to me. I don't remember any of this. Did this all happen recently? She escaped back to the Orlesian capital with 100 mad stories explaining how, at which point we started meowing because we're being annoying. At which point... fucking cat. Best cat, worst cat. At which point we started closing down the family shops, expecting Gaspard's army to carve a bloody path through the heartlands and up north towards cities loyal to Celine. Instead, the humans have been downright reasonable. We made a killing on furs and silver in Valrayo as Gaspard's hold on southern Orlais cut off incoming trade goods from Ferelden. The nobles in Montfort and Valchevine also bought up violets as though their touch killed Darkspawn. Apparently, Celine declared their wearing purple flowers was a way for humans to show their loyalty to her. In Ferelden, half the cities would be on fire. But in Orlais, the nobles make jokes and the merchants just keep peddling their wares, while Gaspard and Celine's armies clash in the dales. The only people really suffering are the peasants, but that's the case always. But then it's true everywhere. Again, like one sentence later. But then that's true enough anywhere. Send extra guards on the next shipment, but save the lyrium for Ferelden. The family's doing good business here as it is. From a letter from Dernal Harrick, dwarven merchant, to his family in Ostwick. So this is just an ongoing thing that's been going on in the background. Okay.
Inquisitor, I was just inspecting our new headquarters. Foundation cracks, nesting animals, and miles from any centers of civilization.
How do we
Staff
find this
must
place?
Make it presentable if we're to receive any visitors of distinction.
Like, why are you not grilling Solus on how the hell he knew this was here? I mean, again, it sounds like there's some magical draw here, and that's what pulled him in, but still, like, that's a big question. Allies will be forgiving. Let's see appearances. Yeah, they can deal with it.
Our allies shouldn't expect luxuries when they sign on to fight the first Darkspawn.
There is a difference between luxury and a building with no holes in the walls.
It's a fair
The
point.
mages will be gauging the Inquisition's fortitude. They should feel safe here.
If they don't, I can't blame them. Yeah.
After that battle with Corypheus, how could anyone not feel perfectly safe?
I can't stop dwelling on the day he attacked our camp. Do you know who first leapt to arms? Our workers. They were so proud of our cause. Corypheus simply cut them down. So much screaming after that first blast of fire. So many people turned to ash.
We'll have revenge. I won't let it haunt me. I'm torn between, just in keeping back to the whole roleplay thing, I'm torn between whether to make her like angry, vengeful, headstrong, or kind of crafty and strategic, or a mix. I guess I'll just keep it, to play it by ear. I wish I'd saved more lives. Probably not that option. I don't know. Probably one of these two.
Corypheus will pay when I face him again.
I dearly hope that happens soon. Well, before I return to my duties, allow me to congratulate you on your appointment as Inquisitor, my lady. I will now bring diplomatic issues to your attention, and I'm more than happy to help with any situations that arise.
I would, but no. Would you care? That's more forward than it's been in the past. In the past, it's been like a wink. This is like, let's go on a date. So maybe this is where like the romances will proceed if I go on one. Carry on. No need to be all business. No, just kind of carry on.
Thank you, Ambassador.
My pleasure, Inquisitor.
Yeah, she's pretty great. What else is here? God, this place is expansive, isn't it? Can I jump out? No, I can't. Because why the actual hell would I? Summon War Council. We're not going to do that yet. We're going to explore this place, and we'll do that last. I mean, the game is telling me to do the Undercroft, so let's do that. Undercroft.
What do they make down here? And what can I make?
So this is like a blacksmith type area then, just judging by that. Storage space. So stuff I have that's like, not that. Where it's like you need to be level 15, like that. Guess who's getting deposited? It's you. You're getting deposited. Ava Raider Sword. Yep, deposit away. Superior Enchanter Armor. I think I'll hold that because I'm actually pretty close to that, but still. No, not that. Jump. Buy, sell.
The pen
Alright.
is I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one lifetime. This place, though, it'll be alright. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
You think it's strange to say. It's stranger to hear.
Don't let it go to your head. We need you level. Everyone just got a big, hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You're the surprise, not him.
Everything's functional.
You got it all up and running?
Your basics, like always. There's space here for, I don't know what. This place was built for something big. It'll be a job to fill it.
A job to fill it. I wonder if I'll find stuff as we go that will fill it up. Like if I'll find new things that will help fill it up. How are the new
How
facilities?
is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade, but ever forward.
Have you any thoughts about the people we lost at Haven?
Flisser. So sad. Too young.
I feel
Didn't
really
like
bad about
Sigrid.
that.
Didn't want him dead though. The rest of us go on. It's what we have to do. You gave us the chance. Thanks for that.
I feel especially bad about the one who... Okay, so 2 people died in Haven. I feel terrible about them both, to be honest. Because both of them were preventable. Both of them, it's not like either of them I needed some special guide to find them. One of them I just didn't know it was time sensitive, and so I was just kind of floundering around while they died. The other was in a burning house. I saw that the door was closed up, and instead of trying to bash it down first, I saw the back door. And there was no back door, and then I went back to the front door and started bashing it in, but at that point they'd burned to death.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
And I think those are the 2 people who died, Flissa and Sigrid. Who, to be honest, I don't remember who they are. Skyhold customization. Bed, drapery, heraldry, holy shit. So, is any of this open now, or is this stuff where, like, I'll do a quest and they'll be like, thanks for bringing me 10 rats, here's a new throne. Yeah, that's the sort of thing. Legacy Ferelden, Legacy Kirkwall. Yeah, we're not going to do that. This is the Inquisition. So that's... Oh, of course, it's like the little things coming out of the eyeball. And I'm the eyeball if one is sitting it. Good, good, good. Decor. No decor currently. Heraldry. Andrasti Enchant. Wow. So much customization. I have to imagine this is all flavor. Though I wonder if we were like... What are the Chastened? Or is that like barbarians? Something like that? God, I wonder if this actually has story impact. Like if I put up the Tevinter Imperium's banners, if everyone would be like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? I'm not going to test it, because why would I put the Imperium's banners up? But, interesting. Ferelden Inquisition. This is so cool. We have like a little, it's like in-game housing. I mean, it's literally in-game housing. Bed. Free Marches bed. Kind of a simple bed, I'm guessing. And, yeah, okay. Neat. Craft weapons. No, I know kind of know what that is. I know what that is. Modify armor, equip potions, all good there. What's this? Buy, sell. Tint armor. Oh, so if I did this, I don't know. I guess this changes the look of it. Is that right? Is that, yeah, let me know, I guess, if that's right, if it just changes the cosmetics of it. I think that's what it does. I'll be back in just a sec. I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, interesting. So, I guess maybe I will check out the War Room, because I'm going to wrap up shortly, but, yeah, this is a lot to take in. What else is here? So we can go outside. Are the people here too? Question mark. From the ashes of the new base of operations, Inquisition is ready to make its mark in the world. Speak with Varric on the battlements. People are there. Actually, let's talk to the people first. And specifically, I have one particular person I'd like to talk to. She hates elves. She loves stealing. She was never quite the somethingest girl.
So much room for whatever was here.
Solus, I am super interested to talk to you. But I don't have a crush on you. Sorry. Where are the peoples? Read. The rotunda and the fresco. Sister Liliana, as per your request, I have made a thorough examination of the fresco adorning the rotunda. I first attempted to clarify its intent with Messer Solus. Forgive me, I know he is not titled within the structure of the Inquisition, but the more I learn of his experience, the more awkward I feel, not using a formal honorific. On the mural, all Messer would say is, Skyhold is her fortress, meaning, of course, the Inquisitor. These are her actions. He is, of course, correct. The subject of each edition is self-evident. On the medium and method, it is elven fresco, pigment and plaster, and it is grand. I have rarely been privileged to observe such skill as it is applied. It is considered with long periods of study before the image emerges. Whole cloth and with certainty. It speaks of how I imagine elves view their world and the measured nature of their step. Maybe get an elven worker? Maybe they would know it a little bit better? I don't know. I should expect such competence from Messer, given his probable years of study, but it's still an amazing work, demonstrating an art... Oh, he did get... Okay. Never mind. But it is still an amazing work, demonstrating an art with few living practitioners, even among the Dalish archivist Bannon. So he is getting, like, an elf to do the thing. So that's good. So I guess everyone else is up top. How do I get up top? I assume they're up top, right? So there's stairs there, or it looks like those are stairs. What am I missing? Fast travel. Yeah, something's happening on a different level, on a different floor. I think it's happening up there. Maybe it's down below. I don't know. So we'll take this a little bit slower. I'm going to call it here, actually. Next time I will talk to Solus and continue exploring around Skyhold. So, yeah, slower session after the whirlwind that was the last couple of things within Your Heart Shall Burn. And that's it from me for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.